In 1991, a Super NES game was released based on an arcade game starring two cavemen, and it's pretty fun to play. So, let's take a look at Joe and Mac for the Super Nintendo on today's episode. Mac, of course, was released in 1991 for the Super Nintendo. It did get parts for other consoles like NES, the PC, Game Boy, Genesis, to name a few. Apparently, for the SNES game, it was changed because I believe in the SNES game there's actually a road map. Also, you still have to play through all of the main game's levels, but there are bonus stages you can get by finding pink pterodactyls and red eggs. But the requirement is you cannot be near water or have enemies on the screen. And for some of these, I don't know if this was, I don't know if it's in this playthrough, but I know one of them I was able to get a pink pterodactyl, but I was trying to get one of them like in a water level because there's water, there's you're like in a cave water, there's like a waterfall, not really a water level, but you need to, basically it's like a waterfall type area, water flowing on the bottom, so if you fall, boop, you're dead, but you can make that pink pterodactyl come out, you just have to do it, I think you have to do it in a way where you can have the water on the bottom keep going, but I think you have to make it so, you can crack it, we have to do it where you just don't be trying the waterfall part. Just something like that. It's kind of weird. And also, those pterodactyls that bring you to those bonus levels, you get keys to unlock those bonus levels with. So you can get, like, health and one-ups and all that fun stuff. And I like how, as I'm attacking these enemies, like the caveman enemies, they go, ooh-ah, ooh-ah, ooh-ah. At least it sounds like the enemy. It's kind of funny. And these dinosaurs, when you fight these evil dinosaurs too, they sound like little nippy puffs. It's like yeah, like they sound. I know that's really horrible sound effects there, but it's kind of, I feel like those poor dinosaurs I'm attacking. And of course the pterodactyls don't really make anything because like it just smells like when you beat them, when you hit them with a weapon or something. So it's kind of funny, but apparently though, being in even though this is supposed to be in prehistoric times. Apparently, it reminds me of the Flintstone type stuff because the enemies like the caveman enemies have helicopters they made of wood and stuff, and it's kind of funny actually. I just find it kind of humorous. It does bring back a Flintstones vibe in a way, and of course though, when you fight an enemy, when you fight the boss, each level has an end boss. You beat the boss, you rescue the cave woman that was taken. And it's cool, all these women have all these different hair colors and stuff, which is kind of cool. As most of these, I guess, as the storyline goes, the evil cave men, kidnapped all the cave women, and so they gotta rescue them all, and all that fun stuff. Typical tropes back then in the mid early 90s, although they still use that trope now. But yay! But anyway. But yeah, it's a typical trope, and so you fight an end boss, you rescue a cave woman, and and if you play two-player mode, two-player co-op, or two players, the game will keep track of is a competition who gets the most hits. Whoever has the most amount of hits gets a special kiss from the cave woman that is rescued from that battle. So it's kind of a competition as well as just kind of neat. Or something like that. Anyway, this game, for weapons, there are weapons you can get besides just a regular wooden club, but there are 4 unique weapons. 5 if you just include the club, but you get bones, boomerangs, which is weird, fire, which makes sense, and a stone wheel, which is kind of cool too. But yeah, and each of them, and I think each have their varying degrees of power levels. Like the bone, tossing the bone weapons, all the bones, it's all right. It does what it needs to do, but it is, I feel it is the weakest. Whereas boomerangs are kind of the middle of the range, where you can also get it right off the bat in the game. Albeit you have to use you have to hop, you have to ride an enemy to get to the egg, which holds the boomerang weapon. As you can see in this, I think I might have shown this in this playthrough. So yeah, it's pretty cool and the pretty good all-around weapon. You can just use it and it comes back. Oh, boomerangs, you know how they go. And then for the fire, that you can only fire that. You can fire that one at a time, but it's really powerful. Where if you fight if it hits an enemy, it pretty much one-shots them for the most part. And it's humorous because if you beat a caveman with fire, he somehow leaves meat. So I don't know how. Maybe as we get I don't know. I think cavemen were cannibals back then. I don't know, but it's just kind of in this day and age, it's just kind of humorous seeing that. So, but yeah, of course though, if you beat dinosaurs, dinosaurs, enemies with that too, they also leave meat too, which makes more sense. This is to me anyway. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then finally, these stone wheels, which is pretty powerful, but you can only fire 2 at a time. But they roll around they follow the ground of the screen. So and when they both roll off is when you can fire 2 more. So each has its own strengths and weaknesses, and you can find your favorite, which is kind of neat too. This game also has limited continues as well. Because I remember when I was trying to beat this game a while ago, I thought I had a limited continuous, but actually I don't. So but they give you quite a bit to work with as well. So as you figure out the game, as you figure out, okay, how do I beat these bosses and stuff, or then you can basically beat the game very easily. And there are different difficulty levels you can do this to as well. And yeah, and also the art style in the background is pretty cool. I remember, like, as you get into the game, at first, the opening level is kind of a cool, sprawling. You can see like there's a pristine, background of I don't know, volcanoes, but like plains and grass and stuff. And then later on in the game, you go through an ice cave, and then you come into like a volcanic area where you can see like these volcanoes going off. Although they do it in a way where I don't think they can't really show the smoke. They show the smoke in a way that it's like, oh, get it. I think they kind of cheat the motion a bit, but it still looks pretty cool nonetheless. Which is, I got handed to Data East for these for the early 1991 early SNES backgrounds and graphics and stuff. It's not bad. Got it. It got outdone pretty much, but for 1991, I remember playing that. It was pretty cool. I thought I was pretty this is pretty fun. This is pretty cool. If you want to snap this game up, this is on the Nintendo Switch. I think it's on it's on the Nintendo eShop, I believe, or what are they called these days? As well, other companies, I think Retrobit made a compilation coverage of this game, the second game, and a offshoot Congo's Caper, which is kind of cool, which is basically a spin-off of the 2 games, and you don't play as Joe or Mac, but I think it's more of it's all a prehistoric type era game. So it's pretty cool. But though for this review, I'm actually playing my original Joe and Mac copy I got a while ago, which is pretty cool. And so I don't know how much the game goes for nowadays, but I think on the eShop it should be too expensive. But all in all, I really have good memories of this game. I remember playing this around the SNES launch. I've beaten it a couple of times, so it's not. But I've also haven't played it too much either. But it was kind of nice to revisit it for this review. And anyway, before I get any further, I really hope all of you love this new. I did this kind of. If you've noticed, I've done a new cool little opening this part. I decided to try to tweak the format a bit and do these cinematic type openings of sorts, where I start out with like a little bit of of what I did. And I plan to do it for the next review too, I hope. So anyway, I hope you like it because I just want to do something, you know, a little different on here. So anyway, all of you have an amazing night and almost, you know, or a very amazing day if you're watching this. And yeah, and also for this review, I'll go straight to the credits, but I'll do like any shoutouts like for Level Up and stuff near the end in the credits. So yeah, you know, Level Up is still around. You know, their addresses will be put in the end credits here. And yeah, and also I have a website as well, skakeandbaconmedia.com. Of course, you know, that also will be in the credits as well. So I figure I'll just do straight to the point this time, but I'll do this new cool opening cinematic. This little opening cinematic of sorts because I really want to play around with these more sweeping or more impressive openings to my reviews. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for whatever I do next on here. Take care and happy gaming.